Guys, welcome to the stream. Back to my usual. Yeah, it's like finding out. Getting ready for the beta. I think it starts today in Japan. I think it starts like in the afternoon or something. They showed all the people. What's up, Big Chill? How you doing? What's going on? What's up with you? I'm okay. Just playing Genshin Impact. I just got off work. I had to go in tomorrow because we're really busy at work right now. Like, thick, and I got to work 6 days this week. Hoping I can work during the morning on Friday so you don't have to miss out on Guilty Gear. I'm gonna ask if I can come in to do overtime. They need us right now. They're really busy. So I gotta work 6 days plus I gotta work an extra. I mean it's free. I mean you might as well try it. It's free. It's not like you gotta pay for it. You don't have to pre-order the game to play the beta unless you want to play the beta early, which I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna buy the game twice just to play the beta. I'm not gonna play. Excuse me. I'm not going to pay for an extra day just to play a beta early. To me, that's silly, you know. To me, that's not worth it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just I think my OT is going to be at least 2 weeks. I'm going to have to work 6 days the next 2 weeks. So I'll be pretty busy, and it just sucks that it's happening this week because I want to play the beta, and I don't want to only play one day. I want to get 2 days of beta in. But we gotta wait and see.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
So, what's up, Simply Laughable? How you doing? What's going on? Not much here, just same old shit. Yeah, I haven't really been doing much. When does the game come out? It doesn't come out till April. For me, it's like, when I'll get it when I get it, I'm not really in a rush to play it. I do want to play it, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not gonna pull teeth for it, You know what I mean? Guilty Gear Strive. Simply Laughable. It comes out in 2 months. About a little less than 2 months. That's about it. Yeah, I haven't really been doing much Big Chill. I mean, just work, man. Just work, and that's it. I've been playing this. That's all I really do. I don't really do much else. It's been kind of whatever, Games lately haven't been that exciting for me. There really hasn't been much coming out that I care about. I mean, there's games coming out, but not till way later. And this year is not that good for games, in my opinion. It's kind of weak. Yeah, like I said, not much else.
With sword comes shadow. Don't blink.
I mean, I've Guilty Gear is what? Uh, Resident Evil 8. I already got Eve 9. I've been playing that. But that's really it. It's just literally just those 3 games. There's nothing else on the horizon. It's kinda weak right now. Nice and quick. Incoming. Hey. Cut to the chase. How many games do I play? Mostly RPG, like action RPGs, um, platformers. Nothing. Boo. Nothing. Got nothing. Lame. But yeah, just sometimes fighting games. But even fighting games lately have been pretty shit. Like, there's only 2 fighting games I care about right now. It's and they're both from our system work. So there's Guilty Gear Strive, and then there's DNF Duel. KOF 15, I'm not really that excited about, to be honest. KOF 15 doesn't look all that impressive to me. I'm just being honest. I don't know. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that love King of Fighters. Has a lot of legacy. I mean, I got respect for the franchise, but it's just one of those games I've played it so much, and I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired of playing it. I'm tired of a lot of series, to be honest. A lot of the legacy series I don't care about anymore. Not like games like I really follow anymore, like that are mainstream, or like Resident Evil. Final Fantasy VII Remake was really good. I enjoyed that. Um, and I don't even like Final Fantasy VII really. Um, as far as mainstream, that's about it. I don't play anything else. Nothing mainstream. I'm Doom. I like Doom. Doom's mainstream. Doom's one of my favorite first-person shooters. I don't really play first-person shooters anymore. I'm sick of the Call of Duties. I'm tired of Battlefield. Like, those games have just worn their welcome out. They're just the same old shit all the time. Just not fun. You know what I mean?
Gooba, get them. Incoming. light. Hey!
That's a delay.
Come on, we can do it. Go, Barbara, go!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Don't blink. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink.
And again, you suck. I hate doing these fights and not getting anything. Sucks balls. Bowls, I tell you. Bowls. Big juicy bowls. Lovely. Yeah, like I said, I'm glad you're doing okay, Big Chill. I really haven't been doing much, man. I really wish I could tell you anything new. I mean, I still stream every day. I mean, you see that. I haven't stopped streaming. But, I mean, what else do I do, though, you know? I want to stream different games. I want to do different things, but I can't. Because, like, I'm playing Ease 9 right now. Ease 9 Monster Knox, which is a lot of fun. I love that game. But I know that's going to end really quick. That game won't last me that long. I'll be done with it. I'll be done with it within like 3 weeks. I'll be like, well, that game's done, and then I'm back to waiting again for another game. I just really not a lot looking forward to, you know? You don't have much to look forward to. I really don't. Kind of a shame, you know? Really wish I could tell you more than that, you know? I really wish I could tell you more than that, but that's the truth. I mean, I don't even, I rarely see you play Tekken anymore, for instance. Like, I'm guessing you don't play really anymore. I'm guessing you're getting tired of it. Even I've noticed people, you know, that used to play those fighting games, they don't play them anymore, really. Kind of like gotten really bland, you know? Like, I personally think Tekken 7 has ran its course. It's like, it's just the same old shit. Just tired of seeing the same old, same old. Same old, same old. Nothing new. Same old boring bread. One thing I noticed I've been seeing though, is kind of awesome, is I've been seeing the fighting game community, like these random people like stepping it up for making fan-based netcode. Like, I didn't even know they're working on a PC port of Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax Ignition, the newest version that never came out to the States. Someone is porting it to PC with rollback netcode, which is like, holy crap, that's fucking awesome. Like that, like, and then that just tells me, oh shit, maybe we're gonna see the other games get it too. Maybe we're gonna see like the other games that are on like Steam, the weird ones get rollback netcode. Maybe we'll see a PC port with rollback of, you know, of like games that never gotten released, like Demon Bride. Like that would actually be really cool, just to see the fans doing that. I think that's really passionate. You know, because you know the companies won't fucking do anything with the games. They won't ever update them. They're not. They're never going to. I swear to God, you would. I think you would reinvigorate the games. Like people would play them. I really believe that. I think people would come back to play those games. I really do. That'd be really fucking cool.
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
By royal speed of light. Huh?
Cowering already?
Booba, get them! Speed of light.
How unbecoming.
Nice and spicy. Speed of light.
Full timing. So quick to flee.
By royal decree. Booba, get them! I'll protect us.
You're wide open.
Yeah. Oh no! Yeah. Incoming. Huh?
A clear shot. How unbecoming. You've made some progress. Not bad. You've got a trick or two.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Speed of light. Hey!
Has your luck run out?
Right idea. Wrong time. Let's dance. Hey?
Raging tide! All you do is run.
Get them! On, repeat.
This!
Eat this! Speed of light. Hey!
So cozy. How you doing, dude? What's going on with you? That's fine. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you need a change in force.
I too shall use all of mine. So, don't you dare disappoint me. Foul legacy.
Yeah, I mean, if it's gonna decide your future, you know, that can be really important. I mean, you're talking to a guy who dropped out of college, so I might go back later. I hear you on that one, man.
Odds revealed. Speed of light.
Die here.
At the frying pan, by royal decree. No, did I ruin everything? Let's dance. Oz, reveal thyself. This realm is no home for a princess. Oh no! Ready, steady, go! Speed of light.
No.
Cut to the chase. Speed of light. Nice and spicy. Good. Good. At the frying pan,
Die here.
Yeah, I mean, if you think you're ready, I mean, sometimes you just gotta go in and just see what you can do. You don't know until you try. You don't know until you make the leap of faith. Well, it's fine. I just do my super through it. That's easy. I don't even do that. I just say, oh, it's coming. Okay, super. Like, I just do that. That method works.
keep going.
Yeah, with all bad drops.
None may go in and out as they
Yeah. Gotta do my dailies. Yeah, I know how you feel. Yeah, right now, I'm at that point in my life where I just want to be comfortable, but at the same time, I get bored. Sometimes I think that's also a sign that I need to do something different. Yeah, because you keep doing the same thing all the time, and yeah, I mean, if you're ready to leave the nest and seek and do what you think's best for you. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all, dude. You do what's best for you. You feel do what you think is best for you. Everybody wants to leave the nest eventually. It just happens. That's just growing up.
Truly is fascinating.
I know it's scary. I mean, we all get scared. I get scared. My biggest fear is, and I know it's gonna happen is with my mom and my dad when they pass away. That's gonna be a fear I need to face because I know it's gonna happen probably the next 20 years. It's probably gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen, and it's gonna devastate me. And then same thing with moving out of state. I think that's definitely going to be something down the road I'm going to do probably the next 5 to 10 years. I could see it happening. I'm probably going to be like, you know what? I'm done living here. I'm ready to move out of state. it's getting to that point where there's just nothing really. There really isn't too much holding me back right now, and I can afford to move out. I got the money. I got plenty of money saved up. You know, I'm doing good. I can work from home and maintain my job now and keep doing what I'm doing. You know, hey, I'll be fine. I'll be fine now. Yeah, it's good. You should. You should. Shouldn't keep it to yourself. I agree.
Let me guess where you're from.
It does. Like I remember when I had left the nest at 24. I was 24 years old when I moved out of my house. That was a great feeling. It was scary, but it felt really good to leave the nest. It was just I was ready to do it. I was like, I gotta leave. I gotta get out of here. I gotta do something. I can't just keep living with my mom the rest of my life. I felt the shackles, you know, where I'm like, I need to spread my wings. And I know I'm getting to that point again where I want to move out, you know, just get away from it all. Experience something new. You know, I think that'd be a really big opening experience for me. Just to see something new, to see what it's like. Because, you know, I've been living in California my whole life. I don't travel, so, and I should. I should travel. I want to move out of state, like, you know, move up north or something. It's gonna happen. I know it is. Obviously, the more you talk about it, the more you're likely to do it. But I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Like I said, probably. My guess is within 5, 10 years. Prepare. It's gonna be one of those, and it's probably gonna be a permanent thing where it's like, look, this is it. Like I'm leaving, and I'm not coming back. I'll come and visit. You know, I'll visit Cali, but it's one of those things. You know, I think it's time for a change of scenery. You gotta change it up. Otherwise, your life's gonna get boring. You know, I'm already feeling the burn of living here. I personally think the lifestyle now is too busy.
Feel the beat.
Quake! This is order.
Power cord.
Yeah, but like I said, dude, it's one of those things, you know. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the problem as you get older. Your willingness to learn, I think you're young still, so you have a very large willingness to learn, which is good. It's good for your health. But I notice as I'm getting older, I've noticed I don't really have a lot of drive to do things anymore. I just want to be comfortable. But at the same time, I also know it causes boredom because I don't really do anything new in my life. I just kind of do the same thing all the time. I think that's bad. That's why I need a change of scenery. I need a change of lifestyle because I've been doing the same thing for the last 25 years, 26 years. You know, something needs to change. Even if it's a change of scenery. You know, living somewhere else and then having a different lifestyle. Living with different people. You know, it's a new environment. I think that's important.
Power core. Pyrotechnics. Shred till I'm dead. Power core. Yeah.
Not much. I mean, like I said, I don't mind talking about what you're talking about, man. That's cool. I understand. You're still, like I said, you're still young, dude. You know, I used to be your age. I used to feel like you did. I mean, I'll be honest, my growth stopped kind of around my mid 30s. I started to get complacent. I wasn't really growing in job opportunities. I was just, you know, I was making good money and I was like, okay, well, this is all I'm doing. And it just started to become a vicious cycle of the same shit all the time. And then I just started getting bored because I'm not really doing anything new. But I think at a point, maybe it's just, again, with age, that just happens to you as you get older. Things just don't excite you as much anymore. You don't have a lot of drive to do a lot of things like you used to. Like when I was young, I was in my 20s, man. I had a lot of drive. You know, I was always excited about things, doing new things, you know, going out with my friends and enjoying life. But also, I think times were better. I mean, obviously, we're in pretty dark times right now. It's depressing.
Another test subject.
Pyrotechnics.
What was it? What?
I got careless. Picked the wrong one.
Yeah. I just think it's, I mean, it's an old people thing. I don't know, sometimes, like, again, just being old. Being an old fart. Well, yeah, I mean, do what you want to do. I mean, obviously, I don't want you to stay home with your parents their whole life and never do anything. That's not a good idea. I know people that like that too, who live at home and just expect their mom to take care of them their whole life. And I'm like, yeah, that's not a way to. To me, that's not a way to live. That's not a smart way to live. You know, you can't rely on your mom and dad to take care of you. What's up, Pasakaru? How you doing? You mean the free character? Like, who do I think you should get? I mean, there's a lot of good choices. I can't sit there and say. I would say get the character. Either one is the character you like that you want to build up to max, or two, get a character you don't have. You know, it's kind of it just depends what you need. Like if you want a constellation six a character, get a duplicate. But if there's like, oh, I don't have that character, then get that character. That would be my choice. That's just how I think of it as. That's me. I mean, yeah, get the character you like, or get the character you know, or you need. It's one of those two. Don't don't just pick somebody because oh I just get this character just cause. You know, that's what I would do. It's like, oh, like me, I'm picking Jin Yan because I want to C6 Jin Yan. So I have C3 Jin Yan, but I need another one. And I don't want to spend on the banner. So to me, it's like, oh, I'll just take a free Jin Yan. I'll eventually get her to C6. I'm just not going to do it right now. And then the next banner, you might see six Noel, Barbara, and Ning Wong. So maybe.
Ad Astra Abbott.
But ultimately, it just depends what you want, man. That's really what it depends. What is it you need? Cook. Like requests too. Those are up. You gotta do those too. Forge, cook. I'll do these. Forge, cook, and the requests.
Haven't you heard?
Oh yeah, it was great. I loved it. I felt free. I felt that was the feeling I felt when I left the house. I felt free. That's really the best word for it. I felt like there was a burden off my back, and I felt like I could spread my wings. Yeah, good characters so far. Bennett's excellent. Diona's good. Beto's pretty good. Jinki's supposedly good. They're all good. Um, I would say, do you need a pyro user? Get Jing Yan. Jing Yan's really good if you don't have a pyro user. If you have like no good solid pyro DD, she's really good. Like Bennett's not a pyro DD, but Bennett's support. So if you don't have a good pyro character, like because I'm guessing you just have Amber, you have nobody else. Yeah, if you don't have anybody else aside Amber, yeah, I would definitely go Jing Yan for sure. I wouldn't even hesitate with that. Jin Yan's really damn good. He could be your main DPS, or you can go Ning Wong too. Ning Wong's really good. Just saying. What? Replace Suitama? Replace her for who? Like that's your team right now? Is Diona, Beto, Jinky, and Bennett? I mean, it's not a bad team. Beto's, I'm guessing, your lead. I would choose. I would like Beto's good, but I don't think Beto's really great as a primary DPS because her counters, you know, that's her frontline damage, and if you're not ever getting attacked, it's useless, you know, because I don't use that move unless I'm getting countered. But Deanna definitely keep. Bennett definitely keep. I say them two work really well. I'd maybe switch out Zinky or I say both of them can be. I think honestly, Shinky and
I just came up with an
you
awesome
can
new
switch
bit.
Beidou
Wanna hear it?
for Jinyan. That'd be a good. I would replace Beidou with Jinyan. That'd be my opinion. I think that's a better choice. That's just what I think.
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
No problem. Yeah, I'll do my recommendation. Or Ning Wang's also really good. Ning Wang's a really damaging character, but she's really not good until you get like C2, I think, because of her AoE ability.
Transfers of supplies.
C0 Ning Wang isn't very good. So if I had a choice between C0 Ning Wang or C0 Jin Yan, I'd choose Jin Yan. Jin Yan's stronger. Well, yeah, I mean, Ning Wang is good. I'm not saying Ning Wang's really good. I'm not gonna dismiss Ning Wang.
Transfers of supplies must be.
I know she's good. But I think Jin Yan is better. That's just my opinion. Yeah, Ning Wang's pretty demanding. Pancakes.
Let's dance. Oz, reveal thyself.
Yeah, that thing does not do any damage, jeez. Is it just a weapon that does it? Or is it just that's some? I'm just seeing what the pounce does. Yeah, it's the weapon. Yeah, pounce on bow users is really weak. Yeah, you do have to build her properly. Yeah, I agree with that. Jin Yan, you don't have to gear as well, so less demanding. Unless you want to do like, I mean, she's not the strongest DPS. I mean, she's a good DPS, but I mean, there's better options than her.
Now I got stomach cramps.
Yeah, there's really not much else going on, Kozu. I really wish I could tell you if there's anything else interesting. Only thing recently I'm going to be changing up soon is I'm going to be getting into stocks. I know Village Bear, Bursky's been getting really into stocks, and I'm thinking I need to get into stocks too. Oh,
By
cryptocurrency.
royal decree. shall descend
Still hit me.
once again.
You're pretty much privileged. Yeah, if you got Razor, Razor's really good. Razor's really selfish. I think he's one of those characters, he's going to be on the field all the time. Especially when he has a super up, you're not going to take him off the field. Invulnerable. So, no electro damage. I'm going to switch teams. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's nice looking forward to things. Like I said, Cozy, at least you have a lot of stuff going on in your life, so you have a lot to look forward to. Me, unfortunately, not too much. The only thing that's going to be new for me is when I, move out of state. That's going to be a big thing for me. But eventually, I know that's going to get old quick, after a while. Get used to it, and you're just like, and it starts becoming the same shit, and then you got to do something else different, It's a never-ending cycle. You always got to keep changing it up. You just can't keep doing the same thing your whole life. I realize that. Otherwise, you're gonna go crazy. You're gonna go crazy. But I don't even know if it's an age thing. It could be just an era thing too, just the way things are now. Because I see a lot of people that are young that are pretty bored. Like when I was a kid, I was never bored. I was always enjoying life. I always had stuff to look forward to. Now I hear people, just kids, like they're always bored and. Like, man, you guys are in your teens and you're bored? Like, it's kind of sad.
This is order.
It's hard for me to focus on things. I don't focus on things very good anymore. It's hard for me to. It's usually because of lack of interest. A lot of things just don't interest me. When I am interested, though, I do focus pretty hard. Like, I'll be very dedicated. But there's times where like you can tell I have no interest whatsoever, and it shows.
Quake! Rise!
Is that actually a thing? Ego depletion or decision fatigue? A lot of times I just don't. I have that just I don't care attitude a lot of times when I do things. Like, because again, that's just I don't know. I've slowed down a lot. I don't have a reason to like I don't have a reason I guess to better myself. Like, because a lot of it's just financial. I'm not in a financial bind. You know, I'm doing really well. I'm not suffering. You know, I'm not. The way I operate, I'm fine, you know, with the money I make and how I live. I don't live bad, I live pretty good. Ego the place first idea that self-control, willpower draws upon a limited pool of mental resources that can be used up. Okay, didn't know that. Interesting. Didn't know that. Or you know. That's the more you know. The only thing I worry about, and I know it's a thing, they say if you don't really use your brain that much and you're not really doing new experiences a lot, that leads to like problems like, you know, forgetfulness, also dementia. They say that's a big thing. Like you get people that are just like couch potatoes. They they just don't. They rot their brain, and that they likelihood of dementia is a lot higher. That's always a concern with me because my grandma had dementia. It was pretty bad. Like she would forget who I am. She would, you know, would not remember names. She wouldn't remember what she did that day. I'm just like, ooh boy. So that sounds really scary. I wouldn't be surprised. It's like hereditary in my family. My mom doesn't have dementia. She's actually really good because she's always busy, always doing things. But I worry about like my dad because he doesn't really do a lot. 'Cause I know he's getting old and he doesn't really do much. He just kind of does the routine all the time and he doesn't really use his brain that much. He doesn't really do anything new. I feel like I'm going to get in the same rut as him where I'm just doing the same thing all the time. I'm not really expanding my horizons at all when I should. Because I definitely feel like I don't have, my reactions are slower. I don't think as fast. It's hard for me to focus at times. I don't know if I'm stressed. It could be I'm stressed. I don't know. I'm just speaking out loud. I don't know exactly what the issue is. It could be it could be a number of things. But I also think another factor is, again, I'm not doing anything new. I'm not challenging myself. That's another thing my friend says. You said you're not really challenging yourself. You're just complacent with your life. You're not really pushing your boundaries. You know, I don't push my boundaries.
Out of the frying pan. By royal don't blink. With sword comes shadow.
Maybe I am stressed. Maybe I am heavily stressed. I mean, it's possible. I don't think I am, but maybe I am stressed. It's possible I could be very stressed out. You know, I could be. But I will say, like they say also, I mean, I also read that people that play video games generally have, um, it's actually a good way to stimulate your brain because it makes you think. And I do try to play other games. I don't want to just play one game all the time because I feel that doesn't help either. Because you're just playing one game all the time. You don't learn anything new. And I think that could also be a bad thing for your health because you're getting stuck in a set rotation and you're never doing anything different. So I think it's a good idea to mix it up, you know, play a different game or, you know, try a different genre you've never played before. You know, so I do try to do different stuff just so I don't just play it's always Genshin Impact all the time. I don't think that's good for me. Obviously Genshin Impact it's just routine. Right now the game is strictly routine for me. It doesn't there's not a lot of thinking involved right now because I'm not doing anything different. You know, video games keeps me out of trouble, that's for sure. Don't even, but I think the bad part of video games for me is my health because I'm very lazy. I'm very sedentary. I'm always sitting in my room all the time, so that's not good for your health. That I can tell you is for a fact is a problem. Yeah, I like video. I mean, video games definitely is that's why I stay in the field because I do like video games and it's always going to be a part of me till the day I'm die. I'm never going to stop playing video games. I think it'll go with me to the grave. You know, it's just it makes me who I am. You know, maybe my passion is not the same level as it used to be, but I don't ever see myself just quitting games cold turkey. I maybe see myself playing less. That I can see. But I don't ever see myself just quitting video games. Yeah, but we all have our vices. We all have our problems. Mine is like I said, health. You know, I like to eat. That's my vice, is I eat too much, and I'm not active. And that's my biggest problem. It's always been my problem my whole life. You know, I've been better about it. I'm losing weight, not very fast, but I'm in a lot better health than I used to be like 2 years ago. Still got a ways to go though. I still got 100, like 510 pounds to go. I need to lose, but it's been slow. I think I've been kind of seesawing right now though. I've been kind of snacking too much, and I realized that I need to get back on my diet. I know it happens. You know, it's just one of those things. You're gonna seesaw. But I'll eventually hit my weight goal, probably in 2 years. That's probably realistically. No, obesity should never be normalized. That's not true at all. You should not. People should not be this fat. It's not healthy. A lot of problems with obesity. You know, you get tired. Um, tired. Can't sleep well, which also affects your mental state. Um, Trouble breathing. it's a domino effect of problems. You know, you can have, you know, your organs get crushed because of your fat. It's bad for your knees. You know, it's just there's just no health benefit to being fat. Uh, yeah, don't be fat. Yeah, don't be like me. Don't. I mean, I'm not saying like I'm grotesque or anything, but I'm big though. I'm 110 pounds overweight. Nobody should be that big. It's really bad.
Meat is the meaning of life.
And the problem is, you know, and a lot of times I eat because I'm bored. That's the truth. I eat because I'm bored. You know, when you have nothing to do, you just first thing you do usually is you eat because it's kind of just say put something in your mouth because you're bored. So being bored sucks. I hate. If just one thing I probably hate more in the world is being bored. I do not like being bored. It is just God, like the level of frustration I get with being bored. It's like I don't want to be bored. I really don't. But it's just I feel like a lot of things just bore me to death. Like I fall asleep when things that aren't interesting to me. I don't pay attention. And then I've had my boss tell me this too. He said, you know, because he knew how I used to be, and he said, and he this is what he said. It's kind of interesting. He's like, you know, he told me, he said, you have so much. You're so smart. Like you have so much potential, and you don't use it. It's like nothing. In a sense, like I don't know if it's nothing challenges you or nothing interests you, so you have no drive to put forth any effort into anything you do. So it's like it's almost like you know he even sees there's a problem with me because he said before when I saw you before you're such a go getter like you had all this energy and now it's just gone and it's just that's not the person he knew before because he knew me a long time ago like 7 years ago and I was a lot different like no actually longer than that 8 years ago and even he's like you're not the same person I met. You know, so even he thinks there's like I'm not. I've changed. You know, we're still cool. We're still friends because you know we know each other. I think that's the only reason why he let me keep the job is because you know he knows me. So we're cool with each other. I mean, which is good. You know, I'm glad. I'm grateful. But even he thinks that I've changed. Like not necessarily in a good way. I used to walk to work. I used to work when I used to work at Square Enix back in 2012. When I used to take my car to the train station, I would take the train down to LA and I would walk to work. That was my exercise, and I didn't mind it. It was kind of cool. Just you know, I had to get up really early, but I did that every day just because it took so much time driving on the freeway. But now I'm like, I literally now I don't even have to leave my house to work. I just stay home. I don't have to go anywhere. The only time I ever go out is when, you know, I want to get something to eat or if I need to do errands, like, you know, go to the grocery store or go to the you know, go maybe to Target or something or go see my mom or go to the post office, get gas. That's the only reason I leave the house. Otherwise, there's no point for me to leave.
Is there time for a quick snack? I'll whip one up in no time.
So, but even you know, it's funny. My boss said the same thing about he doesn't really have a lot of motivation to do a lot. He's been lazy because he's working from home now. It's like wow. So it's obviously not just me. I just notice a lot of people in general. I don't know if it's a product of the times, but I just don't see the people that I used to know and everybody how we used to all act. Like we used to be a lot more chipper, you know, a lot more energetic in our lives, a lot more passion. Now it's like it doesn't feel like that anymore. Yeah, change of scenery is always good. Yeah, I think that's healthy to see a new environment, which is something I don't do anymore because I'm always home. Because you know you can't really do much right now with the pandemic. I know the pandemic is affecting people's mental health really bad. Like it's definitely not helping. Like people are getting like depression is like at an all-time high. I think right now people are severely depressed because of the pandemic. Maybe that's why people are so sad right now. And that's why people are so the way they act. They just don't care. Because you know games are fun and all, but after a while it gets boring. You gotta take a break from doing one thing all the time. It's like even my friend said the same thing. We were hanging out the other day, and he said, "Man, you guys don't even want to play games anymore. Like we come over and we play games, and I'm like, dude, let's do something else, man. Like all we do is play games." You know, so like, hey, let's go, let's watch a movie, let's play a board game, let's just do something else. Let's, you know, there's gotta be something else you can do, you know? Like we don't have to just play video games all the time. You know, there's more to life than just video games. It's coming from me, who's a gamer. But as much as I love video games, even I have to admit, you know, you can't just do nothing but video games your entire life. You know, I need to get more back to my creative side. Like for Guilty Gear, you know, I used to work on, you know, wallpapers and shit like that. That was fun for me, you know, just to give myself an activity, just to do something like, oh, let me make some stuff, you know, stuff I like, you know, or oh, let me make a layout, you know, something just to break up the monotony instead of doing the same shit all the time. You know, it gives me, you know, so I can think about something else. Obviously, Genshin Impact right now, like I said, is really not providing much stimulation. It really isn't. I just do it because it's one of those games where it's a keep up game. If this game didn't have gotcha system, I probably would have quit already. That's the truth. If this game was done and I had all the characters and that was it, there was nothing else that left, I would have quit this game already. But because there's a gotcha system and because there's a maintenance system where you have to keep farming stuff, I keep playing. Yeah, exactly. I was the guy who did the biking theme like day one. I had that shit really early. Was able to find it. So that's how a lot of people knew me for Guilty Gear because I was the Guilty Gear Exert Rev 2. I was the music guy and I was the combo video guy. And then I started doing Strive music. And I was like, okay, well, and I'm hoping the beta I can do Strive music again, but I'm not going to be surprised if these guys, if some, because there's early access beta, those guys are probably going to get the music before me and they're going to upload it before I do. Yeah, that was me. That was me. That's what a lot of people knew me for. But I don't know if it's going to be the same with Strive, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to do any combo videos for Strive. I might. I'll be honest, that guy that leaked all those videos for Strive, I was like, it kind of killed. It might kill my mood to do a combo video now. Because he pretty much did all the shit. So I'm like, well. I said, well, that kind of fucking sucks because now it's like you got an edge on it, so there's no reason for me to do it. Because you've done it all. Like a guy already got the game like 2, 3 days ago, and he made combo videos and posted them on YouTube. I was like, really, man, really? You got the game like 2 months in advance, and you're already like doing all the combo videos for it. Like Jesus, like, oh, his channel's getting huge because of it. Like, I think he's gonna get a lot of like popularity because of it, because he's the only guy that has the content. So that definitely gave him a lot of viewership. So it's like, well, you pretty much locked that market down. Now, no one else is gonna make videos because you're the only one that can. So now, then people do them at launch. People are like, well, he did them all before launch. So it obviously gives him an edge. Like, he has a huge edge in the combo video industry for Strive. So he's going to be the combo video guy. Like, I know when I post my video, no one's going to pay attention. That's the truth. No one's going to pay attention to me. Because they're going to be like, oh, well, this guy did it all. All the combos you're doing, this guy did them already. I'm like, well, no point to do a combo video. No point. Because he's already done them. So I might not even do combo videos this time. I might just skip it. It kind of is one of those things that kind of bummed me out. So I was like, oh, yep. Now, yeah, I'm a little jealous because, he has all the fame. He got, look at his viewership. I'm like, oh God, he's fucking huge. Not like max a million huge. I'm not talking millions. I'm talking about tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. He's definitely got on the radar because of it. Now everybody's paying attention to him. So, and it's because he got chosen at the beta. And I'm just surprised Arc System Works didn't mind him making combo videos with the game and posting it on YouTube. I just thought that was like, really? You're gonna do that, man? I don't think that's a good idea. I did not agree with it. Because even if it was me that got the beta that early, I wouldn't have posted combo videos that fast. I would have waited till the game came out. 'Cause, I don't know, to me it just seems kind of just like in bad taste. But a lot of people are like, well, it's just, a lot of people are just saying, oh, tough shit, like, hey, like you said, early bird gets the worm, it's like, obviously they think, well, you're just jealous because he got it before everybody else did. I'm like, it's like, yeah, there's a little bit of jealousy, I ain't gonna lie. A little bit, but it's not the main reason. The main reason, I think, he's just spoiling the content. It's almost, in a sense, you're killing the hype. You're gonna kill the hype of the game because now that you've already exposed it, everybody knows what to expect. There's really no the anticipation kind of goes away. That's all. He likes it. I ain't your woman. I ain't your woman. It's like, nope, he doesn't see you that way. Oh, nice. You pulled Kaching. Nice. Well, shit. If you got Kaching, you got Kaching, then you're fucking real good right now. You're doing it real good if you got Kaching. Got one of the best characters in the game right there. Easily top 5. Yeah, Pasu. Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter now because that doesn't count as pity. So basically, his next pull will be the guaranteed 5-star character on the banner. So it's now you don't need Kaching. So you can hold out for Hu Tao now. You want to try to pull Hu Tao. So you'll guarantee to get her if you pull another 5-star. But yeah, there's no reason for you to pull a Kaching banner now. Unless you want a C6 Kaching, which I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think any 5-star is worth C6ing. I think C5, C6 5-star is a complete waste of time. Unless you're whaling. If you're not whaling, don't bother. If you get 1, that's good. You got 1, you're good enough. Yeah, for me, I want Hu Tao, but I don't want Hu Tao. Because if Hu Tao's going to fuck up my Ayaka pull, I don't want Hu Tao. If it's not going to fuck up my Ayaka pull, then yes, I want Hu Tao. It really depends. But yeah. Kinda. Yeah, that's the thing too. If I pull Hu Tao too, and then yeah, Yaka's gonna be a problem. But let's say I don't pull Hu Tao, and then I get like Mona, which I would be completely fine with that. Then I'd be like, oh cool, now I'm gonna be guaranteed Yaka if I pull her in her banner, whenever that's gonna be. But how long am I gonna have to hold out? That's the problem. Am I gonna have to wait like 8 banners? Am I gonna have to wait 2 banners? How many banners do I need to wait? I don't want to skip a shit ton of banners that I might want characters. So that's also the detriment. It's definitely gonna be a delicate process. It really depends what I want. It's cool if you only did 40 pulls. That's really good if you got a 5-star. That's really, really good. That's what happened to me with Klee. I got her like after like 50 pulls, like Boulder. Which I wasn't not expecting that. Yeah, I mean, I can see why the anticipation of getting a character you're not guaranteed. I mean, obviously,
Who's that skulking
you
around?
can see because obviously, if the character is just easy to get, like, and just there's just guarantee, it doesn't have as much charm to it. But if there's anticipation of maybe getting it, and then trying to maximize your odds to get the character, that is more exciting. I know it sounds kind of weird. It's like, so you like making it hard on yourself to get the character? And it's in a sense, yes, I do, because it makes the moment feel more special. It's like there's a difference between getting something that's just handed to you rather than earning it. Earning it just feels better. It's like you went through the work, the trouble to get it, and then you get it. Feels a lot better than someone just handing it to you. It just doesn't feel the same. it's like again the whole journey. It's all about the journey. It's not really the destination. Like it's funny. One of the quotes in the game, I think Ning Wong said it. She said, like I think the something was the quote was, it's the anticipation of the gift is the real magic. But when you actually get the gift, it's only but a fleeting moment. Something like that. I just remember reading it, and it's true because it's like the minute you get the thing you want to obtain, the minute you have it, the moment is just passes. You have it, but the anticipation building up to the moment is what makes it special, not getting it. Yeah, that's the thing. It gotcha preys on people. That's the problem. That's the one thing I don't like about it because it preys on the weak-minded. You know, people like me are not weak-minded, so I won't get fooled into their bullshit. Because I'm not weak-willed.
Race you.
I can't read what this says.
Oh yeah, I know. Because it's you free to play obviously feels more satisfying because you know you put a lot of work to get it. You know, the time and effort you put to get that character and the fact that you were able to get fortunate enough to pull it. So I can see why. It's almost like honestly, I know a lot it's weird, but adversity is actually important. I know it sounds weird to make things hard on yourself, things feel more satisfying. It's true though. Adversity in our lives makes us feel more
Is
accomplished.
there time for a quick snack? I'll whip one
So
up in
you're
no time.
more. Oh, I set the clock too far. Oops. She said 22. But yeah, I think adversity. Yeah, if there was no risk whatsoever, yeah, it wouldn't be fun. Risk is. There needs to be some risk. It's exciting. Yeah, there definitely needs to be some risk. Risk is important. I think that's important. We need to have risk in our lives. I think that's necessary. Oh, it's going up. It's good. Bye bye. And go bye bye. Yep. Done. So these two unlock tomorrow. And I gotta do these. And it's gone. Yeah. Right now I'm just waiting to do my artifacts and then I'm gonna go do the Machinist thing for a little bit. I'm gonna go sleep. Probably do the Machinist for like an hour. And then I'll go to sleep. Then tomorrow I'll probably do more Machinist, do the quests, do more of my what do you call it? What do you call it? I don't remember what it's called. The my sorry, my battle pass. Because I did like 7 things already on battle pass. So yeah, I did all these. So these are all done. So tomorrow I'll do these. I'll do these 2. Resin one will get done. Mora's definitely gonna get done. Uh, Domain's easy. That's yeah, and I realize I don't need to actually do all these because it's really easy to get 10,000 points in a week. You don't need to do every single one. Like honestly, I don't have to do that many, truthfully, because I need 5,700 points. This is you get 645 a day. So there's 6 days left. So 645 times 6 is like what? 1,400, 2,800, like 3,450, something like that. So all I need is 700 more. Yeah, I don't even have to do all these. You can just do a couple more and I'm done. So I'll probably just do these 2 and I'm done. I don't gotta. I can everything else. I don't have to do domains. I don't gotta do leyline. I don't have to do the boss. Well, yeah, nice guys finish last. That's an old saying. The bad guys are the ones, the bad guys get the girl. The bad guys, get the fame, the fortune, because girls like a bad boy. They don't like nice guys. Because nice guys don't provide, I don't think nice guys provide stimulation. Because they're nice and it's like girls like, oh, I want a guy to be nice to me, but I don't want him to pamper me. I don't want him to be too nice. Like I know women have told me that. Like they like a guy that kind of treats them like a little, like almost like a little slut. Like or just talks dirty to them or, spanks them, like or, treat bees, is rough with them. I've had women tell me that, like, oh my God, my husband's so boring. He's so nice to me. He won't do anything rough with me. He won't take advantage of me. He won't put me in my place. There's women that say this shit, and they're like, want a guy just to throw me on the bed and just take me, and just make me his, and just say the dirtiest things. Like I've had women tell me this, like they like that, and they can't get that from a husband that it's too nice. I think it's. I mean, it's. And I can see why. I can see why. I can totally see why. I understand. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. Yeah, there's no perfect. There's always one side of the equation you're missing, and then the problem with a bad boy is the bad boy doesn't treat. He doesn't. He's not respectful to them. He doesn't. He cheats on them. Then there's that side of it where she can't stand them because why won't you be a good boyfriend? Why won't you love me? Why won't you take care of me? Why don't you show me that you care about me? It's a little. You mean a little bit of everything. A girl likes a little bit of everything. You can't just. You have to be exciting too. That's one thing with bad boys. They're usually more exciting because they do riskier things. They do things they're not supposed to do. And women like that exhilarating feeling because they're used to being reserved. So they see a bad like, oh, we're gonna do something that's gonna get us in a lot of trouble. Like they like it because it's daring. But a nice guy wouldn't do that. Nice guy follows the book too much. He's too much of a straight arrow. They don't like that. Like it's just boring. Like I wouldn't be a good boyfriend because I'd be too boring for a lot of women. I know I would. I like I like a girl. My last girlfriend was really shy. So and I thought that was really cute. But I noticed when she's in private, she's a big pervert. So I noticed she likes getting dirty. She does. She's the type of girl and that's why I liked her too because I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's so filthy." She's a filthy girl. And I'm like, I like she's sweet, but when you get her in bed or you get her in private, she's just dirty. You know, like, and I like that. I think that's really sexy because she gets to act a way she can't act. So I think that's very, very appealing. But then there's girls that act all tough, and then when you see their sweet side, it's actually really cute. And that can be attractive too. It's kind of like what's her name? This game, Genshin Impact, like Jin Yan. Jin Yan's a perfect example of that. You know, she acts like a hard ass, like a badass woman, but deep down, I know she's a sweetheart. You know, she has that impression she's a tough woman, and then deep down she's actually very caring. She has a sensitive side to her, and that's kind of makes her endearing. And you see somebody that's tough act cute, and it's attractive because it's like, oh my god, you're doing something I've never seen someone like you do that. So it's an instant turn on. Them being out of character, that definitely turns me on because it's like, oh my god, that's so cute, or oh my god, that's so hot. Seeing a shy girl act naughty and then seeing a rough girl act shy. So it's like, I think that's cute both ways. Getting it, it's out of character. So you find it endearing. Yeah, I agree. But it's nice to have somebody who has variety. Variety is the spice of life. That is very true. I'm just waiting for my artifacts to kick over right now. Just the artifact farming. I'm gonna do the event for a bit. Yeah, so I enjoy these kind of conversations that we're doing. That's another reason why I can play Genshin Impact because I don't have to focus too hard, so I can have conversation with people in the chat. So if people want to say, hey, let's have a conversation. It's nice talking about stuff like this. I think that's one thing we've lost as a society. We don't talk to each other. We kind of just close our emotions and we close off our, hearts to everybody. I don't think that's a good idea. We start to become antisocial, and that's not good. It's amazing we have all the technology in the world, that brings us together, and but we're totally the opposite. We're farther than we've ever been apart. It's sad. Like, we are really distant with people. Like, we just don't talk. It's just a shame. God damn, I have a lot of mystic wars. Yeah, we just don't talk anymore. I think that's kind of dangerous. Can't. We gotta communicate. I think we've lost. I think in society too, we've lost our ability to love our fellow man. I think that's definitely something we're lacking in today's society. There is no love at all. It's just hate. There's so much hate. It's amazing how like all the hate you see in this world, and it's like, man, nobody wants to be around other people. Nobody wants to put up with other people. Yeah, everybody's just like a fucking asshole, and it's treated like it's okay. It's okay to be a prick to somebody. It's okay to treat people like dirt. It's okay to fuck somebody over. Well, that's just how it is. I'm like, that's kind of sad. That's really sad. It should not be that way. Oh yeah, It's yeah. People do not like it when you voice your opinion. People take offense to it because you don't agree with them. So it's obviously you're attacking me in their eyes. You say something in passing about you don't agree with something. You say something and then everybody just comes after you because you don't agree with the majority. Oh, you're a fucking idiot because of what you said. Like, don't talk. You know, how dare you question, what so and so person says. He's famous. You can't tell him he's wrong. He knows he's smarter than you, and then it turns into belittling. They just say, "Oh, you're a fucking moron." They start sending death threats, and then it's like, wow, we've become so uncivil. Just wow, because people can hide behind a virtual window with no repercussion to there's no repercussion to anything they do. So they can say whatever they want. No, they're not going to get any backlash. So like, oh well, what do I care how you feel? I'm going to treat you like shit because I can. But then the minute you do it to them, it's like, oh no no no, you can't do that to me. You're being mean to me. Then it's like victim role. You see that all the time. You can't say that to me. You're being mean to me. Like I'm gonna tell on you. It's like wow, it's like a bunch of kids. We regress so much as people. Like literally adults acting like children. Oh yeah, yeah. Try saying that to their faces. Oh man, they back off real quick. Yeah, trust me. Back in the day, shit talking was to your face. But now they say, well, you're being immature. You want to fight me? That's so immature. Only idiots do that shit. It's like, it's better to hide behind the internet and talk shit because that makes you a man. I'm like, what the fuck? That doesn't make you a man. It makes you a coward. Amazing, our definition of, like, manly. It's kind of a joke. Social media is honestly really cancerous. You're better off not being on it, to be honest. What the hell? It's not up. Hey, why aren't you up? You suck. Why aren't you up? Should be up right now. I'm on Facebook just because my friends are on Facebook. It's my kind of my way to keep in touch with all my close friends. It's basically a phone book for me. So any of my close friends are on my Facebook. If I ever need to get in touch with them, I will. But a lot of my friends on Facebook, we don't even talk that much. We really don't. We kind of, and I've been trying to be better about it. I've been trying to keep in touch with my friends, not to ignore them. And I tell them I don't mean to ignore you. It's just I'm busy with my own life. I have my own things I got to take care of. It's not like I have all the time in the world. So I mean, I try to hope they understand. It's like trust me, I'm not ignoring you. It's just I have my life, my priorities are elsewhere. I got things to take care of. But I try to be mindful and try to give my friends a call just to see how they're doing. I need to. I should. They're my friends. I should just at least say hi. Just to tell them, hey, how's it going? Let's talk a little bit. See how you're doing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that, they just also like to instigate trouble. Just because they can. They like to talk shit. They want to start a fight just because they can, or just because they don't like you, and they're gonna do something to make your life hell, just because they can. It's like, oh, you posted something I don't like. Well, I'm gonna make your life hell. I'm gonna send you death threats, and I'm gonna make sure, you commit suicide or some shit. It's like, what the fuck, man? And the best thing to do is just not look at it. And that's something, sometimes I let my mouth overload my ass too. It's because I let my emotions get the best of me. And I think we all do that. But I realize, like, the best thing to do is just not look at it. Just block it. Because out of sight, out of mind. You don't think about it if you don't see it. I know it's almost like you're basically being ignorant to it. But maybe I think mentally that's better for you, for your health. I mean, what do you care because famous person gets in trouble with somebody? All that bullshit, all that drama. What do you care? It's not your life. It shouldn't affect you. But people make it, everybody thinks like, oh, I need to know everybody else's business, and you can't disagree with me because if you do, I'm gonna get you in trouble because it's not what I like and you're offending me. It's like, oh my fucking god. It's such a joke. You think about it, like it's like, wow, this is how much we've regressed as a society. You see it, and you're just like, wow, it is a shame that we act this way. And we're gonna be when the sad part is, we're gonna be our own undoing. We're gonna do it to ourselves. And it's only gonna get worse. That's the thing. It's even my dad says the same thing. He said, "Man, it's getting really bad. Global warming is getting bad. People are getting bad. It just government's getting worse, getting exposed to their corruption. People are fighting back. People don't believe in democracy. People want to overthrow the government. It's like, geez, man. It's like some dark times, dude. Dark times." Yeah, well, people, again, they have to voice their opinion and they have to be right. That's the thing. They have to be right. And if you disagree with them, you're an asshole. And if you tell them otherwise, you're being mean to them. That's the truth. So it's like, a lot of times I was like, you know what? Why open your mouth? Don't even talk.
Another test subject.
It seems like anything you say, it's just like, fuck, man. It's not worth get into a heated discussion with somebody over some really stupid shit. And I can see why people don't want to talk to each other. Because it's like, well, it's obviously because of selfishness. People are just really selfish. They have no regard for anybody else but themselves. So I can understand why we don't talk. Because there's no sympathy. No empathy. There's none of that. People are so fucking cutthroat and just almost to the point where they're not even human. Like, my God, I can't, it's amazing me. My mom was always very loving and she raised me that way. But even then, it's rubbing off on me too. I'm starting to become more heartless. And I feel kind of bad because I was never like that. I was a lot more compassionate. I feel I'm losing that compassion. I'm not as compassionate as I used to be. And because all I see is so much negative, and it just makes me negative. Makes me have a lot of hate in my heart. Yeah, it's true. Everybody is in their bubble nowadays. People don't want to come out of their bubble. Like, don't get in my bubble, but they'll start stirring up the pot in other people's bubbles, but they expect no retaliation. So, but again, that's why we're distant and why no one talks to each other. No one wants to be friends with anybody. Nobody wants to, open up and just be good people. Just be decent human beings, which seems like we're not capable of doing. I mean, and that's not to say that everybody's an asshole. There's a lot of good people out there. There are. There's still hope. But there are a lot of bad people too. And I feel like it's rubbing off on me. It really is. And I feel like I've been a lot more cold lately. And it kind of sucks because I never used to be that way. It's like, what happened? You know, like, why did I change? There's obviously some influence with society. It's definitely made me a lot more senile. Me getting older, and I'm just getting kind of like older people. You know how they always get set in their ways, like you fucking kids, and you know, back in my day, you know. And I'm starting to see that, and I'm starting to act like that too. Like man, and then they go, "Oh, you shut up, boomer! You're just a boomer. You're just a stupid motherfucker that doesn't know anything about anything. You're so dumb." Like people tell me that all the time. I make a comment, and it's like I comment on something, and it's like, "Well, you're fucking retarded. You don't know anything about anything." It just immediate insults, and they always, oh, you're 40 years old, you're a fucking boomer. It's like, ugh, it's such a, I hate that label. It's like, why do you call me that? Just because, you make it seem like we're just all the same.
I will have order.
Rise!
You know,
The hunter.
but yeah. Yeah, I know. It is a vicious cycle. You're right. We don't ever learn from our mistakes. We just keep repeating the same mistakes. That's such as being human. We're fools. History repeats itself. And we're going to go through dark times. We're going to hit rock bottom, and then we're going to realize the folly of our ways. And then we're going to start over again, try to be good to each other, and then the hate's going to come out again. And then we just do it again. It's like, okay, well, it's going to just, every generation's going to be doing this shit. So, we'll probably get a point where, we might get into a huge war. A civil war or something. It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. Not going to be pretty. And then, it's going to be shameful that, we have to do needless bloodshed just to learn our lesson. It's like, why do millions of people have to die? Because, people are selfish. Like, and then they have to realize, through the horror of war, to realize they're wrong. They realize how wrong they were, and they have this realization like, oh my god, what am I doing? It's like you're brainwashed, man. You don't realize like how brainwashed you are. Some people don't think either. They have no thought whatsoever. It's all about emotions. And I admit, I get super emotional. I sometimes let my emotions take over, and that's, reasoning goes out the door with emotions. Even if you want to do the right thing, sometimes you just make terrible judgment calls because you're acting on impulse. You're not thinking with reasoning. Yeah, again, it all comes down to, I honestly think it all comes down to love. We just need to love each other. Love it's missing, it's honestly, love conquers all. Love Love solves a lot of problems. It really does. We would probably be a lot more. I think our society would be a lot more advanced and a lot more just better for the people if everybody just loved each other. Because we would be, less selfish, more selfless, doing for the greater good instead of thinking about yourself. That's probably why we're miserable, because all we think about is ourselves. That's as far as we think in terms of the future. We just think about us. We don't think about anybody else, and maybe that's why we're miserable. Yeah, I mean, seriously, like you got stuff on the news where people are bitching about, like like what's his name, Tucker Carlson, who's a fucking asshole, and I hate his ass. Like he's such a jerk because he pushes political propaganda and fuels hate. He loves it. He lives on it, and he talks about the Democrats and they're gonna take away your ability to choose coffee. Like, do you want to have Starbucks all the time? Oh, that's voting for Democrats going to do that. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck does that have anything to do with anything important? Coffee? Really? Like, really? That's how petty we've gotten? We're debating about fucking drinking Starbucks? That's a real world issue? Holy shit. Like, holy fuck, how petty is that? That is laughable. It's like, man, if you think that's like, man, I'm sorry to say it, I'm gonna sound racist. I said, man, that's some first world problems, and that's some white people issues. This is coming from a white guy. White problems. Your coffee is you're gonna take away your ability to choose your coffee. Oh man, you have it so hard. You're so mistreated. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Tucker Carlson's one of the lead. He's one of the he's one of the hosts for Fox News. He's one of my like most hated people on those news networks. He's cancer. Him and what's her name, Laura Ingraham, and I forgot the other dude's name. Just all those fuckers, man. Like they're all fucking assholes. They always push bullshit propaganda, teaching hate. They love it. They love stirring up controversy. They love getting the people riled up because it makes money. They don't give a fuck if it causes war or stuff like that. They don't give a shit. They're pushing a narrative that's gonna potentially cause harm. They don't give a fuck as long as it fills them paychecks. Oh, they should be able to think for themselves, like it's like, oh my god. Oh, that's the thing. The people that do follow you don't think, and you know that. That's why you manipulate them. People are weak-minded. They're easy to control. And that's what you love. You can mold them into your image. Make them believe your bullshit. And then you got these news anchors like Tucker Carlson bitching about how they're losing followers on Twitter like it's a crime. Like, oh my god, we're so mistreated because I don't have fucking 3 million viewers anymore. Now I only have 2.5. I've lost 500,000 viewership on my Twitter feed. I'm like, God, man. Like, poor fucking baby. Wham, wham, wham. I'm so mistreated. I'm a rich millionaire motherfucker, and I'm not getting everything I want. And oh my god, you should feel sorry for me. I'm the real issue here. I'm the real victim. That's what it's. You just hear it, and it's just, oh my god, it aggravates me so much because it's just like, wow, what a bunch of man children, man. That's all it is. Like seriously, I have, I'll be honest, I have no sympathy for the rich. I have none. It's like, you guys, you guys are some of the biggest problems in the world. You guys call the rules. You guys make the rules. You guys control everybody because you're rich and in power because money is power. And then when things don't go your way, it's a crime. It's, oh my god, you're being mistreated. Like, wow. Like, what a joke. Like, you don't know anything about suffering. You don't know anything what it's like to have it hard. Don't know anything, man. You don't know what it's like to live, on being, in poverty or be, low class. You don't know what it's like. They don't know. All they know is, they're rich. The rich have really, the problems they create are so artificial. It's like, oh no, I can't buy that new yacht I want. Oh no, I can't buy that $5 million home I want. I'm so mistreated. Oh my god, like seriously. Poor baby. I'm gonna get you a bottle and cry you to sleep. Hate to see a kid go unbeaten. What, like beating up kids? Like a child abuse? I mean, child abuse, so that's not funny. I mean, if you're physically, beating a kid up just because you take pleasure in it, that's I don't agree with that at all. Same thing with animal cruelty. I don't believe in that either. I don't mind discipline. I mean, I used to get spanked when I was a kid. I used to get hit with a belt. And it set me straight. I didn't mind. They did it, and they did it because they loved me. They didn't want to see me go down the wrong path. I don't think they did it out of hate. But it set me straight. I came out to be a pretty good kid. Because, I feared the belt. I did. I was scared of the belt. I knew when the belt came out, I knew I was in trouble. But overall, I came out to be a pretty nice kid. So, yeah, it does. I mean, it does. It makes you realize that, hey, it puts you in check. That's for sure. So I am okay with it. Now, when you're punching a kid, making him bleed, and then you're that kind of shit, when it's just extreme like that, I don't agree with that at all. You shouldn't, like, physically, beat the shit out of your kid just just because you have a power problem, like you want to be in control. That's not right. No, I will never condone that. I mean, I would never agree with that. I would condemn that for sure. No father or should ever like massacre their kid like that just because they want to. Oh, because a lot of times it's very abusive. Fat father, he's a drinker. Or he does drugs. That's wrong. That kind of abuse you should never tolerate. But as far as a spanking, I don't know. I think a spanking's fine. Spank my ass. I just do it. Do it. Spank me. I'm okay. I can take it. And if you learn from it, that's good. That means you learn from it. There's repercussions for your actions. I think that's one thing that we don't have nowadays. There's no repercussions for your actions. People can just do whatever the fuck they want. Literally get away with a hate crime. Literally can you see it all the time on the news. You get, like a white person just go kill a black person in cold blood, claim self-defense and act like, oh, I'm so, I was so, I didn't know what I was doing. And you don't lie. You know what you were doing. And then they get away with it. They get away with it. And then they're like, oh, cool, you just killed 2 people. And then it's just a slap on the wrist. It's okay, little boy, we'll let you go. And then this person's literally crazy. There's a mental condition. And then you just treat them like, oh, they're okay because they're white. I love that shit, man. Oh, he's white? Well, he's okay. Because, we don't want to make a white person look bad. But if he was black, I promise you wouldn't get away with it. I see it all the time, the racial injustice and shit like that. How crimes are... It's so funny how a crime is judged differently because of the color of the skin. Amazing how it's just, oh, we got to look at it from a different angle when what color they are. Yeah, it's sad I gotta say that, it's true though. You see it all the time. It's really sad. Yeah, bullies. I've been bullied before in high school. I remember when I went to my first public school, Paramount High School, and I'm half Hispanic. And first day I came in, these black guys came up to me and said, "Where the fuck you from?" And I'm like, "I'm not from anywhere. I came from Calvary Chapel Downey. I came from a Christian school." And they were harassing me, and the only reason they were harassing me because, one, I was Hispanic, and 2, I looked timid, so I wasn't I'm not very confrontational. So they saw an opportunity to make themselves look badass, and then these 2 Hispanic guys came up and said, they basically protected me because there was a lot of racial tension going on, and I was like, oh man, I don't want to be in the middle of this shit, this Mexican versus black shit. And I was like, yeah, it was pretty bad back then. Paramount High School is known for that crap, really heavily. So I never went to the black or Mexican sides. I always was with the Asian kids or the white kids because they were the minority. Hardly any white kids and hardly any Asian kids at that school. So, and that's the kids I was around all the time. So I tried to stay away out of the trouble because if you were with the Mexicans or the blacks, man, you took a side. It's like, ooh boy. It's like, no, thank you. I'm okay. Leave me alone. I don't want any. Leave me alone. Not looking for trouble. Yeah, those are some times, that's for sure. I'll never forget it. Definitely a life experience. Taught me a lot. Well, now you don't have to worry about that. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, I think right now pretty, we're too sheltered now. People don't grow up. I think we really are. we don't grow up as people anymore. I feel like we've really gotten soft. Because again, we're in our bubbles. We're so protected. We don't have to worry about anything. Ooh, attack. Ooh, attack. Hmm. 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 It's looking kind of good. Hmm. Well, that should looking both pretty good. I like both of these for Noel. What do I do? Choices. Choices. It's another attack. Another defense piece. HP. Another attack helmet. That's a pretty good one. That's actually a better one. Or actually, it might be better for her. Hmm. Got some decent pieces. Upgrade time. Where the hell did it go? There we go. That's an improvement. Defense, but it's better overall. Not the right stab, but I'll take it's an improvement. Alright, so with Noel. Man. So do I trade? Do I trade this for the attack? Good trade. That's a nice trade right there. Because I did a lot more attack out of it than defense. Also crit damage. I get crit rate, man. That's gonna be really sexy with her. Checking your Facebook. Your Facebook. Attack. Elemental recharge. Mastery. Let's see. Both good. That one seems better, but I need to see what's going to be in this one. HP. Kind of a shitty one. Got one bad stat. Let me see about this one. If I can get attack or something on this, it'd be really good. Defense, energy recharge. That's actually an improvement. It's all good stats. Better than this piece. Except the energy recharge. Alright, we're gonna switch this. I'm gonna feed her that. Because I think defense is less important than attack with her. Even though I thought defense was actually more important, but apparently it's not. So I think this will actually be better for her. Well, yeah, I mean, you can get him to stop doing the shit. Yeah, you can teach him a lesson. That's for sure. Let's see. Mm. Yes. Yeah, well, like I said, teach him a lesson, dude. I don't blame you. Funny how my attack rate's like so much more than my defense. Yeah. That looks like, yeah, this would probably be better to update. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Save it for another item. You can swap it. Alright. Live with that. I'm gonna do some
My strength still fails me.
do some mechanical thingy boober. Alright. I do this for like an hour and I'm gonna go to sleep. Yeah, I heard about that. They were talking about the condensed resin raising the cap. They also said they're also going to make it where you can revert world rank. So you can actually change your world rank lower or higher. So you basically can adjust it for your characters, which I thought that's pretty cool. So if you want to drop your world rank to like world rank 6, you can. So just in case you have characters that are weaker or if you want to help somebody so you're on the same world rank, I thought that was pretty cool. That'd be a neat little change. Yeah, I think the condensed resin cap definitely needs to change. That definitely needs to change. There should be a way higher cap, if any. Oh, it's up there.
Loba, get them! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Now I got stomach cramps. Race you! Speed of light. Ah! Let's dance. Huh? I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister. Speed of light. Nice and spicy.
I know. Oh yeah, they do. But a lot of those guys escape. No, I know there was a back one in the back. Obviously, it wasn't doing enough damage. So this is one of those things of, yeah, I can see where my threshold is. Gotta build up my turrets stronger. They're not strong enough. Yeah, there's a lot of choke points, but you also it's positioning too. Knowing where to place your stuff. I think that's really important. Because you need to know how stuff comes out so you know which side to focus on more. Because you're like, okay, this side has this, so I need to put these here. But this side has this, so you need to put those there. It's a split, isn't it? On one side they come out? It's just one side.
Incoming. Ah!
Moved. Oh, I didn't know they moved. Okay. I didn't know it moved. So they changed. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know it actually moved. I didn't know it. No, I didn't know that. So I gave up. I didn't know they moved. They could shift every time. That's interesting. That makes that shit really hard. Because you're like, you have to deconstruct everything and then reconstruct it. Like, oh god, that's gonna be you're gonna be constantly moving everything around. That makes it really difficult. That's pretty cheap. So yeah, you can't. So you're like, oh, you constructed 3 pieces. Well, you need to deconstruct those. Oh, you don't have any points to build anything. Well, you're fucked. But yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, if they can move around like that, that's scary. I think that's really scary.
created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt.
Yeah, I got this. I think the thing at the bottom, the bonus, I think it raises the multiplier, so you get more points. You do the fearless shit. Oh, you can't go any higher than difficulty 5. I see. You have to unlock it. Five is the highest you can go right now. You need to wait till they unlock more. Okay. Yeah, this one sucks. Oh, this one shifts. So yeah, this one sucks because you have to close a dip dive bridge. So what, you can stop them from moving? So what, they can't get across if you close the bridge? Oh, I think it's to manipulate where they go. I think that's what it is. This one, not gonna use as much. I got it. It's doable. You just gotta divvy up your resources. It's doable though. Gotta change up your strategy. Like I said, I didn't make sure not to drop everything all at once. I waited.
You can just feel the history all around us.
Oh yeah, 300 points after all that. Jeez, you can get really much points after all that shit. That's all I got was 300. Kind of like. All good. Gotta use up this 20 right now. Quick 20.
Nice and spicy. Oz, reveal them. Incoming. Hook. Hip. Hook. Bubba, get them. Ouchie. Cut to the chase. Incoming. Hey.
Got one. Oh, I still got a condensed resin. Let's see, what do I want to do with that? Let me see how much money I have. Oh, 1.4 million. I can save it. Let's save it for something else. Okay. Save it for something else. Alright. was fun. I'll do more tomorrow. I should have more time to do that a bit more tomorrow. So, it was fun. The bit are fun. It'll take a little bit to do. But tomorrow I'll do the specialties. And I'll do my artifact farming, and then probably do ores again. Let me see it. I'll put it on Twitter. See if they showed any new videos. I don't think they showed the last video yet. Probably show it later. Supposed to be one more Guilty Gear video. I don't think they're gonna show it till tomorrow. Yeah, it's not out yet. Oh well. Let's just check and see if it's up. But anywho's, thanks for watching, guys. I will be back on tomorrow. Usual time, probably around 2 o'clock. So it might be 2:30 though, because I know working mandatory overtime right now, so it might change. We'll see. But anyways, guys, you guys have a good one. I will see you guys back tomorrow. You guys take care. Peace out.